What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for SoFi Technologies with the ticker symbol SOFI. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So SoFi was looking bullish for a second there. It was trading right around the low nines. It looked like it was going to be moving up to the mid nines, high nines. But it found resistance at the low nines from this prior swing right over here. So you can see that price was struggling to push through it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then that was probably the sign to the traders to get out of their position because it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't pushing up as quickly as it should have, because price did break this downward trend line right about here, and it was looking like it was headed up to fill in this gap, potentially even retest these swing highs right over here at the $10.30 level. But since price was not able to, the bulls gave up, and then the bears won over in that moment of time. So this was the bullish channel in play, or the trend line, excuse me. We had a bullish trend line in play, and price was bouncing off of it. The bulls were attempting to reach this longer term measure move target. You can see that this was one leg up by the bulls. If we clone this was the second leg, and the target was right around the 1374. So you see that we had one large leg up by the bulls, followed by a pullback. This was the first attempt by the bulls to reach that target that failed. This was the second attempt right over here that failed, and this is usually the final attempt, the third push up. And if the third push up can't succeed, most likely it's going to crash down lower and go towards the bearish target, because at the same time the bulls are trying to reach their target, the bears are trying to reach their target, because we had one leg down by the bears right over here. And when price stopped right here for the first attempt to reach that target for the bulls, that started the first attempt down for the bears to reach the $5 level. So this was the first attempt that failed because it bounced off the trend line. This was the second attempt that failed. And like I said before, we had 3 pushes up by the bulls. This is the third push down by the bears. And it looks like this one could succeed because it broke this downward trend line. We're pulling back to retest it. So there could be continuation for the downside for SoFi Technologies. We need to see a break below the 7s. It'll probably be entering the 6, and I don't think that 6 is going to hold as support at the mid $6 level. Good chance it can probably even fall lower. So that's how I'm looking at SoFi Technologies. Overall, it looked like it wanted to break out higher. It stalled out for a few days, wasn't trying to push up any higher, and that was a signal that price is probably going to just pull back lower to fill in this gap right over here, and maybe even come back to this trend line. So you see this red bar broke the trend line, price came back to retest it. We are near temporary support, but again, overall bias is leaning more down than up, because this bullish trend line was broken, and it looks like the bears are attempting to reach their target at lower price levels. So that's how I'm looking at SoFi Technologies on the daily chart. Let's say the bears fail to reach the target, and then what's next? Well, we have a double top, and then it will be a double bottom. Price will probably just be working back and forth inside this range from highs to lows. So if it fails to reach that target, most likely we're going to see price drive up back up to the 9s. So we'll see how this develops. But as right now, that's where it's most likely headed, towards the downside. But again, if it fails, it's going to be stuck inside this orange range, because there's a lot of indecision in the market. Or just for SoFi Technologies. Here's a look at the weekly, and weekly chart shows that the EMA is flat. When the EMA goes flat, like right over here, you see a lot of indecision, waiting for price to break out or break up to the top side. So when the EMA is flat, you see that's a lot of indecision. So we're getting a lot of indecision in the market. Overall, we do have bearish momentum to the downside. You see how well this is holding right here off the swing highs on the weekly chart. And on the swing lows, it looks like we're starting to come back inside this upward trend line. So overall, it looks like SoFi is trying to go down lower, but it's stuck possibly within this orange range for the next maybe couple of days, couple of weeks. So that's all I have for SoFi Technologies on the daily and weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.